Good morning, my beautiful people. Yes, it's me, La Vecina, back on my nature walks. Guys, just look at this. This is like really beautiful real quick. Oh, would I be able to change you? Oh, sorry. I can't turn you around. I'm afraid. That took a picture. Okay, I'm not pressing any buttons, guys. Anyway, so it just looks beautiful. Let's see. See all the colors. Yeah, the neighborhood is not that great, but you have to appreciate where you are, where you're coming from. It's still nature. You're still getting the fresh air. You're still breathing in that good-ass prana, baby. Thank you, Ralph Smart, for teaching me the things that I know. Ralph Smart and so many others. Guys, as I am taking a walk, as soon as I step out of my house, I have been debating on how to put this content out. You know, I wanted to like really get this message across because I think as a collective, letting shit go is really, really tough. You know, we really don't want to let things go from our vibration. We just, you know, we choose, unfortunately, as a human to continue replaying these situations that have happened to us, that have caused us some drama or trauma in some type of way, and we continue to replay it over and over in our brain, and we don't even realize it most of the time, but we're always thinking about what we could have said, what we should have said, how it should have been done, and in reality, we should just let the shit go. So, as I'm taking my beautiful nature power walk here, first thing I find on the floor, my peoples, is a psalm. Can you believe that? Psalm 31. You guys can look it up. I'll just give you a quick rendition of what it's about. And it's basically everything of what I wanted to speak on today, which is letting shit go. Understanding that people have their own path, that people are going to make their own mistakes, and there is one source. One source. He is God, and He is going to bring down that karma, people. We don't have to worry about what we could have done and what we should have done. In fact, we should have done nothing, and we should have stayed in our place, because we should have had the faith that whatever's going to happen, God's got our back. Letting that shit go, people. All those limiting beliefs. Well, what are limiting beliefs, Janice? Because I don't believe that I'm limiting myself at all. This is the problem, is that we want to continue to see the problem in other people and not turn the finger on us. You don't want to do the work on the inside. I get it. It's tough, but it's something that needs to be done. Think about it. You cannot control anybody else's thoughts, feelings, emotions, actions. You can't. The only person who you can control is yourself. The only story that you can change is the story that you are telling yourself. It's a hard concept to grasp. It's a real hard concept to grasp, because no one wants to think that they're causing these situations to happen in their own life. But if you're on my channel, it's because you have chosen to ascend. It's because you have chosen the path. It's because you have chosen to be a better you, to stand in your light, in your power, in your authenticity. You have decided that you don't want to play the victim role anymore. You don't want to be the person that gets stepped all over. You want to stand in your power, right? Well, in order for you to do that, you got to clear the shit in you. You got to let the shit go. Okay, so we're in new energies, new moon energy today. So this is another reason why I was making the video. New moon in Scorpio. Scorpio is death, transformation, and rebirth, guys. So there are things. Okay, so before I say that, we're also in Mercury retrograde. I don't know, it's like the end, the middle to end of November or something like that. Not too sure, don't quote me. So what's happening is that Mercury is returning to the past. So bringing up these past situations, because it's in retro, it's bringing up these past situations, and then this new moon in Scorpio is slicing them away. Scorpio is killing it. Scorpio is like, yes, Mercury, bring it to me so I could throw it out the damn park. Okay? And a lot of these issues that they are bringing up are deep-rooted, very deep-seated. You know, back to those limiting beliefs. These limiting beliefs are stories that you tell yourself. And the reason why you started to tell yourself these stories is because at one point, they actually served you some good. So, sorry guys, I'm crossing the street. And that's going to happen one more time. But, so the story that you're telling yourself. I always told myself the same story since I was a child. And this is just one of the stories. We tell ourselves many different stories. But the story I said to myself is, I don't want to be a bitch. I want to be kind. I want to be kind to everybody around me. I want to be kind even if people are being rude to me. I just want to be kind. Can you hear a child saying that? Okay, so I grew up telling myself the same story. Here's the thing. Mom, I love you. But Mom sheltered me a lot. So I did not really know what the outside world was until I was a teenager, you know, almost into adulthood, okay? So I didn't really have any of these experiences that would have allowed me to see the error in me always being kind, because I always had my mom to shield me. But my mom is a very rigid woman. She reminds me of the Queen of Cups. Okay, so I had the example of, again, I love you, Mom. I did not want to be like that. I did not want to be so cutthroat. I wanted to be able to allow people to have a choice in the matter. I wanted to be able to have people to have a say. I wanted to be able to have a conversation with people. Sometimes when you're so cutthroat, people don't even want to talk to you anymore, because it's like, everything that comes out of this person's mouth is just a sword. It's just something that's piercing, you know? So that was my example of what I did not want. What I wasn't aware of is that keeping that mentality of being kind at all times actually did me a disservice as I grew up. Because now I've got grown-up situations. I'm here out in this grown-up world, not being sheltered anymore. And now I've got husbands and friends who are just stepping all over me. And I'm still allowing it. Because why? The story that I told myself. I always wanted to be kind. I didn't want to hurt people's feelings. I wanted people to feel good in their own skin. I know that that is my purpose. My purpose here in this 3D world is to help bring in the light. But you have to gain a balance, okay? Because it is a 3D matrix. So you're going to see the good as well as you're going to see the bad. And guess what? That's produced by you. The story you're telling yourself. Okay, so then you get into these situations where now people are mistreating you. And this is just from my sort of example, okay? You have to think about your own limiting belief here. But you get into these situations where you have to claim your authority, and you don't, because you're following this rule of I've got to always be kind and I've got to always be nice. So, you know, you're limiting yourself to experiencing what it is to step in your power. What a mistake we make when we let those limiting beliefs just stay and hang around in our energy at all times. It's crazy, the things that we allow to happen because we believe a certain story. But what is the word in the middle of believe? It's lie. Spell it out. See it for yourself. It's lie. So you're believing lies because at some point it served you. Does not mean that today it's still serving you guys. Okay, so start to examine, and this is what Mercury is doing. It's bringing those past energies back, whatever that means for you. As dramatic and traumatic as they are, bringing up in different disguises, okay? They're dressed up in different forms. They could be different people, okay? I've been at the limiting belief I spoke to you about, I picked up since I was a little girl, and there are others, but now this limiting belief has come in different shapes and forms, different situations where I've had to stand up in my authenticity, stand up in my power, stand up in what I believe in, and put my foot down, setting healthy boundaries, okay? And as you set these boundaries, you're going to start losing people. And this is where Scorpio comes in, because this energy is going to help you to actually release these energies that are not serving you anymore, but do it in a healthy way for you, where you're going to be feeling validated and justified, and judgment is being ruled in your favor. Okay? Is it going to hurt? Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay? It's like you're tearing, relationships apart. That's, I don't know. To me, I get that feeling. I get that type of pain in my stomach area, like my solar plexus or even my sacral chakra, okay? But that's the area that I get it in, and you really feel it. And also my heart, you really feel it. You feel the pain. But I'm here to tell you, you can get through this. You have to face your fears, okay? I am hoping my last and final test, because I've got it. I've got the clarity that I needed, okay? I understand certain things. Doesn't matter how dear they are to you. It could be a marriage, and you've got to decide that you want to leave. You have to leave your husband. You need a divorce. That's how serious these situations are. They are foundation, life rocking, life shattering. They will rattle you, but just to build you to a greater and better you. There are some things that you could do to help yourself release, okay? Actually, setting intentions for this new moon. Just give the bus a second. Setting intentions for the new moon to release these certain energies is going to be awesome. It's going to be phenomenal, okay? So today's your day. If you like candles, light yourself a candle, bring out your crystals, bring out, all your magical supplies, guys, because today's a wonderful night for you to set those intentions to release those energies from your system, from your vibration, okay? Other things that you can do is shadow work. Start facing the demons, okay? Don't be afraid anymore. Step into the dark. Step into the dark side of you, because it is a part of you. And it has brought you to where you are today. And you've got to be grateful for that. You've learned some lessons, and they might have been some pretty tough lessons, but at the end of the day, you learned them, right? And it's made you a stronger person today. So that is my message to you today. I've got an ammonia jar video that I am going to be putting out, which is something else that you can do to help you let that shit go. That'll be my next video. But you can take these little tips and absolutely take the benefit of the new moon in Scorpio tonight to just release those energies that are no longer serving you, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap this up. I have reached my destination. Thank you for being here with me. I am La Vecina, the Mystic Twin. I so love giving you magical insight, guys. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.